If you're a tennis player dealing with tennis elbow, that sharp pain on the outside or that dull constant pain when you're picking up your coffee mug, when you're hitting a backhand, this video is for you. We're going to show you exactly how to fix tennis elbow. And today we have Chris with us. We'll ask him a couple questions to learn what's going on. We'll go into an assessment to find exactly where the pain is coming from. Then after that, we'll recommend him the best exercises to do to get it fixed. We'll work together for the next 2-3 months until he's pain-free. Could you roll up your sleeve and just show exactly where the pain is coming from, and a little bit closer to the camera so they can see too?
So I really get it right on that outside muscle where the two interact, right in here.
Got it.
And sometimes a little bit deeper, right? Like if I press right there and into the bone, but still hitting some tendon or muscle, it's tender.
So let's jump into the assessment. So with the assessment, what we're doing is we're isolating all the different areas of the elbow, testing them individually, and based on the pain response, that's how we find exactly where the pain is coming from, and then what exercises to do to finally get it fixed. Ready?
Yeah.
So first test we'll do is just holding the racket out in front of you, just like that. And then nice and easy, just squeeze as hard as you can with the arm straight. Any pain there with just squeezing?
Not a lot.
Not a lot?
No.
What would you rate it from 0 to 10?
I'd have to say not even a 1.
Okay, sounds good. And then from here, we'll hold it out in front of you, just like that, and push. So with this hand, we're resisting, and then this hand, we're pushing, trying to break through this position like that forward.
That starts to feel it in that elbow area that I showed you.
Got it.
But not high level.
Sounds good.
I would say 2.
2? Sounds good.
Yeah.
And we're not necessarily looking for a lot of pain during this assessment. We do rank it in terms of order, which areas felt the most. But sometimes just feeling a strain or discomfort in that area is more than enough to isolate that area of pain. So the next test we'll do is actually pulling towards you. So same thing, we're resisting here and pulling towards you. Yep, just like that. That one's okay.
No pain.
Awesome. And then next one, we'll do pushing from the inside to the outside. Nice and strong here.
About a 2.
About a 2. And then where do you feel that one?
On
Right
the
there, on
same
the
back
outside.
side.
Got it. And then next one, opposite direction. So pushing from the outside across.
Yeah, a little bit in the back forearm.
Got it.
Maybe because of the way I'm holding my arm.
Do you usually get pain there or not so much?
Not so much.
Okay.
I don't think.
And then
Not
what would
from
you
tennis.
What would you rate this one?
2.
2. Sounds good. So all of them are
Yeah,
a
it's
2
just,
so far.
It just feels like that's what's compromised there. And that's the right angle to hold the arm?
Yep, just straight like that. Next one we'll do is holding out to the side like this, pushing away from you, just like that.
Yeah, directly in that area.
Got
Two
it. 2
or 3.
Sounds good. So maybe a little bit more of a 3. And then pulling towards you.
Nothing.
Okay. Pushing up to down.
Just a little in that same bottom forearm.
Got it. And then pushing down to up.
A little bit here.
So the next test that we had, I like to call this one the motorcycle test. So we pull that wrist back just like this. Yep. And then with the opposite hand, so you're holding that position, and then with the opposite hand, you grab the end of the racket and you twist forward, trying to break through that. Any pain, discomfort with that one?
No.
No? Sounds good.
Right.
The next position we'll go into is this 90-degree bend. Yep. And then from here, pushing away from you, nice and strong.
Definitely there.
That lights up.
That's the one that's the most pain so far. That might be a 4.
4? Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. And then we'll do pulling towards you.
Nothing.
Okay. And then pushing from the inside to the outside.
A little bit,
Little bit?
in that area.
What would you rate this
A
one?
1.
1? Okay. And then pulling outside across
Yeah, actually
in the biceps.
in the bicep.
A couple more tests in this position here. Now instead of pushing on the racket, we'll be pushing down on the forearm. So nice and strong, trying to break through that position there. How's that one?
Just a little pull
little
in my
there.
bicep.
Okay. And then we'll do palm facing up, same test there, pushing nice and strong.
Not much.
And then one more, palm facing down, pushing nice and strong here.
Not much.
Nothing there. Little adjustment here. Instead of pushing on the wrist, let's push on the back of the knuckles.
Yeah, maybe just a little
Just a
in
little
the
bit there.
top of the bicep.
And then last one here, pushing down on that rack in this position.
Yeah, again, this front,
This biceps.
the front bicep.
Yeah, so here we're testing the supinator, which is a smaller muscle in the tennis elbow side, which you had a little bit of pain with. But the supporting muscle that helps with that same motion is the biceps. So that's why when we turn this way, that's why the peak of the biceps gets bigger, because it
Right.
actually helps with that twisting motion there. So all done with those. 2 more tests here. So we won't need the tennis racket right now. We can put that down. And then we'll do arms straight, fingers open like this. So for a lot of people, this position, just being in this position, can be painful or difficult. And then what we're doing is we're pushing the fingers back like we're opening the hand. And then with this finger, I'm pushing away, trying to test each of those fingers. So the muscle that we're testing opens the hand like this, opens the fingers.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah. And you didn't have any pain with gripping. And when we have pain with gripping, usually we get pain with those. So that makes sense there that you didn't have pain with those 2 tests. And the last area we need to test is actually the nerve going through here. So sometimes the radial nerve goes through that supinator muscle and can get a little stuck. And then people will have radiating pain traveling down into the arm. So to test this one, we'll do thumb across, just like that. Make a fist. Yep, and then have that arm next to your side, nice and relaxed. And then from here, we'll curl the wrist back as far as you can. Then you want to turn the shoulder in so the fingers are pointing away from you. Yep. Opposite hand pushes down on the shoulder. And then from here, straight arm goes out to the side. Yep, just like this, until you're at shoulder height. And then just curl that wrist back, so if you can, yeah. Any pain, discomfort there?
A little.
And where do you feel that? Right
In that area.
there. And does it travel down?
I don't think so.
No. And then from 0 to 10, what would you rate it there?
2.
2. Okay. So maybe a little bit of nerve involvement, but usually we would see radiating pain with that one. So
Yeah.
again, it's something we'll include, but not the root cause, not the most painful spot for you.
No.
So all done with the assessment. This is how we isolate the areas to focus on. Next, we'll show you some exercises to do to target those areas so we can get it fixed. So the first exercise we'll do is a hammer curl plus radial deviation. I think I invented this exercise. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I designed it based on that extensor carpi radialis longus because it crosses the elbow and it does radial deviation. So the idea is to target both motions at the same time. You can do it with a dumbbell, just holding the bottom of the dumbbell like this, so you have the weight at the top. That way you can get that leverage for the radial deviation. But a great tool that I love to use is the pronator. You don't need it, but it's a great tool to get a little bit more leverage, and that's what we'll use today. So you just pop the weight at the top there, you clip it in, and it stays. And the idea is as those dumbbells get bigger and bigger, they're harder and harder to hold at the bottom because it gets big and uncomfortable, especially for twisting exercises. So the idea with the pronator is now we can hold it nice and comfortable, and the lever is so far away that even 5 pounds makes it very difficult. So what we'll be doing is hammer curl plus radial deviation. So think about bringing that dumbbell to the shoulder, just like that, going nice and slow. And then in the beginning, what works really well for injuries like this is
Breaking my wrist.
so you're doing like this handshake motion while you're doing it. Yep. So you bring it down like that and then squeeze at the top there. If that's too much resistance, you can always grab closer to the top there. How does that feel there?
Good.
Awesome. So especially if you're dealing with a lot of pain in the beginning phases, what you want to do is higher repetitions, lower weights. I like to call it tendon conditioning. So we're building that foundation. We're getting that tendon to be more stable, have less flare-ups, to slowly develop that strength and resilience in that tendon. And then over time, as the tendon gets stronger, that's when you progress the weights. That's when you upgrade to things like plyometrics that are more similar to the stress that you get when you're playing tennis.
It feels good when your wrist goes down
Oh,
here.
yeah, nice stretch down there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's do a couple there. So as he's extending the elbow, he's going to ulnar deviation, stretching that muscle there. And then as he's coming to the top, he's bending the elbow and doing radial deviation. So this is the best exercise to target that specific spot right there. All right, the next exercises will target those rotators that we talked about, so pronation and supination. So have that elbow next to your side here.
On the table?
Yep, just like that. I like to do this one starting off with the elbow bent position. Later on, I like to progress with using a foam roller to get an even deeper stretch and doing them that way. This one's going to be a little tougher, so I'd grab a little bit higher up on the pronator. And then from here, let's start with pronation first. So pronation, we want to let that arm out to the side, yep, just like that, and then squeeze up to vertical, just like that. Nice and easy. If that feels easy, you can slide down. If it's too hard, you can slide up on that exercise there. So here we're targeting that pronator that attaches on the inside of the elbow, wraps around the top, so when it activates, it pulls the arm down. Very important for tennis players, and for you, we had a 2 out of 10 pain when we tested it there. Same thing with this one, high repetitions, low weights in the beginning, and then build your way up from there. And then switching over to the supinator is nice and easy in this position. We just do the opposite direction. So the supinator does the opposite direction, nice and slow on the way down, and then squeezing at the top. Something important to mention here is that with tennis elbow, with elbow injuries, with tendon injuries, you want to go nice and slow. When you go fast, it doesn't let that tendon absorb the load that it needs to heal. So tendons can heal, and they heal through a process called mechanotransduction. So that process means, a good example here is your skin can feel touch, your eyes can see, your ears can hear, but the tendon, what that tendon senses is the force that we put through that tendon. And that's why exercises are the key to getting it fixed. And things like stretching, icing, resting will only decrease the pain in the moment, but it won't get it fixed long term. And let's throw in one more great one for you. I'm sure this will light it up. Let's go to the same position, but now what we're going to do is go forward and back. Just like that. Yeah, awesome. If you need more resistance, you can grab a little bit lower there. So this one's 90-degree elbow position, radial deviation, isolating that bottom portion of the extensor carpi radialis longus. Great exercise for you here. So when we design your program, usually this is just 3-4 different exercises that we showed you, but usually when we program exercises, it's anywhere from 6 to 8 different exercises. So going forward, what this will look like is welcome to the Strong Elbow Club. Once the elbow is pain-free, we'll give you a hat like this to celebrate. And then we just went through the root cause assessment to find exactly where the pain is coming from. So the next steps is we'll design a customized rehab plan on our app. So every day you'll log in, you'll see exactly what to do. In the app, you'll be able to communicate with us back and forth. So it's like having a PT in your back pocket. You can send us videos, images, anything that you want. So we'll work together over the next couple months here to get this fixed. Again, we start with the root cause assessment to find exactly where the pain is coming from, so we're not guessing, so we know exactly what to target. Then from there, we build you out a plan to follow, usually around 6 to 8 different exercises. It takes about 20-25 minutes per day with just basic equipment that you can have at home. So every day you'll log into that rehab app. We'll have that plan customized for you. You'll follow it, click complete. That's how we track the consistency there. In the app, we communicate back and forth. So if something's off, you can just send us a message. You can also send us footage of you playing to review technique. We can give you some tips there if needed. And then in the app, every 2 weeks, we would reconnect on a call to reassess the elbow, to see the progress that we made, and then update the plan going forward to continue the results. Because what works in the beginning is great to lay that foundation to get things started in the right direction, but it won't get you back to playing pain-free. So we need to update that plan, increase the intensity, change things around based on how you're responding, so you can finally get back to playing pain-free.
And amazing. Thank
Great
you so
job.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Can't wait till you're pain-free, and then you'll get one of these bad boys.
That'd be awesome.